MacVoices Holiday Gift Guide number 5 with Rosemary Orchard, David Ginsburg, and Peter Cohen. This is MacVoices. Today's edition of MacVoices is supported by Kolide. Kolide is a fleet visibility solution for Mac, Windows, and Linux that can help you securely scale your business. Learn more at kolide.com/MacVoices. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, the holidays are closing in on us, but we're not slowing down. We have another gift guide show for you. More friends telling us what they would like to give or get this holiday season, and maybe even acquire for themselves. This is always, these are some of the most fun shows of the year because we get our friends together and we're not talking about anything controversial. We're just talking about great products and having a lot of fun. So let's find out who's here for this guide, and then we'll get to the good stuff. First up, Rosemary Orchard has joined us, looking very blue in the background. Rosemary, good to see you.
Hi, thanks. I was trying to coordinate with my hair. It's gone a bit more blue than purple, but I'll go with it. It may change to more seasonal colors as the show goes on. Who knows?
Well, maybe I can fix it in post, Rosemary. How's that?
I'll see what I can do. I mean, I'm going blue next anyway, so why not? Why not?
Okay. David Ginsburg is here as well. David, I know you've been trying to get on the show for a while, and the schedules just wouldn't line up.
Yeah, no, glad to be here, Chuck. Thanks for having me. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got lots of great gifts they're going to share with people, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, me too. Last but absolutely not least, Mr. Peter Cohen is back. Peter, it's great to see you.
Hey, Chuck, it's been a dog's age. Delighted to talk to you, and nice to see everybody.
Yeah, it has been way too long. So for anybody who's just tuning in for their very first gift guide, the rules are pretty simple here. We try not to repeat anything from previous panels. We do 4 rounds of 1 gift pick each, and pretty much the sky's the limit after that. We see what comes out. So, Rosemary, I'm just going to keep my screen in that order, if that's okay, and I'll give you the first pick of this gift guide.
All right. Well, my first pick is actually something that I'd recommend asking for if, like us, perhaps you might be a bit of a nerd and you might have discovered that there's just like cables absolutely everywhere. Like I have cables everywhere all the time. It drives me absolutely crazy. I saw this on Reddit a while ago and it has literally changed my cable management game. Plastic mesh zip bags, and you label them with the kind of bag that's inside it. But bonus tip, inside this bag, there are cable tidies in Velcro, which these are pretty cheap. So you could ask for like a 25 pack and then maybe get some of the awesome Velcro cable ties to go with them. You can get heavy duty ones, you can get lighter ones. And then there's even some around here somewhere with like a little buckle on the end in plastic for like those chunkier cables. But maybe putting this on your gift list and maybe chuck a label maker on there as well so you can label those bags. And then guess what? You can put these in a box, hang them on a pegboard, whatever. But it's a great way to maybe tidy up the Christmas lights after the holiday season or something similar. And it's a very affordable gift that you could ask for or give to somebody else who's got all of those cables and other dongles and USB sticks and similar hanging around.
Rosemary, you make me feel inadequate because you have a nice printed up label and everything. I usually use duct tape and a Sharpie to label things, but...
Is that a problem? If it works, right? I just, I happen to have a nicely labeled one on hand, so I thought I'd do that. But half of mine are labeled with Post-its to start with because that's what I had.
Well, it just looks even more organized, and I really appreciate that. So, and it's nice and affordable as well. So that's good. That's good.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
All right, David, your first round pick.
Yes, I have. It's made by a company called Fledging. This is the Spruce charger. This is it here. And what it does is it charges your phone. It's got Qi charging, so your phone fits on there nicely. I mean, my iPhone fits quite nicely on here and charges it with a Qi charge. But it also has power delivery. So it's got PD. So you've got not only do you have 100 watts for all the 3 of the USB-C ports here, so I can plug 3 different devices in here. You also have a USB-A that's about 30 watts. And works really well. It's a nice little compact design, and you can travel with it. The weight's not too terribly bad. It's about 1.5 pounds, but it's heavy. But it does come with a pouch. You get one USB-C cable with it, and it's no brick. It just has the power cord that just comes with it. Plug it in, go, and charges your phone and any other device you'd like, and sets right nicely on your bedside, or maybe even on your table, wherever you want, or if you're traveling in a hotel. So it's made by Fledging. It's about $92. It's not too bad.
See, the problem with the gift guide show is I come on and then I buy stuff. Like I need a link to that, please. That's going in my travel. That's going in my travel pack right now.
It's great. You get a pouch with it, so it goes right in the pouch, and it travels nice. People were complaining a little bit about its weight, but that's not bad. It's a little under 2 pounds, but they got to put all the stuff inside here with the power to allow for that high of charging. And it's powered. It's PD, so it's going to have some good capabilities for charging.
And I like the fact that I know a little more weight to it, but that you don't have to carry a separate power brick. I mean, obviously a separate power cord, but not a power brick, and that's really, really nice.
Of course, I had to buy both colors, so it comes both white and space gray.
Apparently, it also comes in black with a white detail on their website now. I've just found.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
That sounds snazzy.
Yeah.
I like the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't have it when I bought these, but I got a special deal on these, so that's why I got two.
Nice.
Yeah, but David, you really should have one more to complete the set.
I might have to.
I mean, like if 2 is 1 and 1 is none, then obviously 3 is just the solution.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
I like that.
Peter, you're going to round out round 1. What have you got?
Well, the older I get, the more sensitive I get to temperature fluctuations, and it really hurts me in my hands, especially. My hands will cramp up when I get cold. So a while back, a friend of mine suggested, I don't have any with me to show you right now, but Archie McPhee makes them. They're called Handerpants. And they are absolutely fantastic. They're basically fingerless gloves, but they actually do look like briefs. They come in white with nice blue threads or black, depending on how you like to rock your Handerpants. But you can pick them up on Amazon for about $16 for a box of 6 pair, I believe. They can go in the wash. They're reusable. But they keep your hands nice and toasty without actually encumbering your fingers. And for me, that's everything. If I'm unable to type or write, I can't get my work done. So really helps me get through the cold New England nights and days when I have to work, and whatever heating source just isn't cutting it. Maybe I should look at improving my circulation, but until then, there's Handerpants.
I think I need to get Jeff Gamet these for Christmas.
That's right. Underpants.
I think that just, thank you, Peter. I think you just solved my gift giving for Jeff this year.
Yeah.
Well, please send them to him with my compliments too, because that is definitely, I'm wearing no pants type of gift.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, for my first round pick, hold on, because I'm going big. But I'm going big because I have to. Drobo has pretty much bowed out of the picture when it comes to the Mac, and probably to pretty much everything. And Drobo has been my go-to storage solution for a long time because of the flexibility and the ability to mix drives and everything. So I'm having to do a little bit of rework on things. And so I want to recommend the OWC Thunder Bay series. These are not inexpensive, but they are extremely well built. We all know what a great reputation OWC has. I'm having to learn a little bit about using soft RAID as opposed to the hardware RAID, beyond RAID in Drobo, that just was always sort of completely transparent. But other than that education process, I love this thing. I bought one of the 8 bays and started populating it with lots of drives. I'm setting up multiple volumes, and so that I can use RAID 5, so it stripes across different volumes and therefore protects against hard drive problems. If a drive goes bad, I will have the ability to replace it and not have to worry about it, about losing data, which was always a big thing with Drobo. This thing is fast. If I want it to be, it is very, very fast. I can use it as an external drive for video editing Right now, I'm pretty much setting mine up as just big bulk storage, but there are a couple of those bays that I'm reserving for speedy editing. So this is not an inexpensive gift. Oh, there are. Yeah, I bought the 8-bay. There are 4-bay available as well. But I'm needing to replace several Drobos, so I'm just consolidating it all into the Thunder Bay. So if you are in this situation where you have a lot of storage that you need, and you want to make sure it's reliable storage, because after all, that's what storage is, and you don't want to rely on a cloud service where you might have to. It might be a little bit of hassle to get your data back quickly. This is a great way to go. Just allow yourself a little bit of a learning curve, and you will have no trouble. And I should mention too that one of the other great things is I'm able to reuse a lot of the drives from my Drobos in the Thunder Bay, so I didn't have to buy that many brand new drives to get it set up and running. So, yeah, lots and lots of storage, best storage.
Nice.
All right, so I'm not sure if that will top out on the price list, but it is what it is.
Well,
Rosemary,
challenge accepted, Chuck.
Take us to round 2. I'm in trouble. This week's Mac Voices is brought to you by Kolide. Kolide is a fleet visibility solution for Mac, Windows, and Linux that can help you securely scale your business. The challenge with endpoint security has always been that it's difficult to scale. And when remote work took over, the challenge got exponentially harder. With remote work continuing to be widespread, the challenge remains. You need visibility into your fleet of devices in order to meet security goals and reduce service desk tickets. But how do you get that visibility when different parts of your company run on Mac, Windows, and Linux? You get Kolide. Kolide is an endpoint security solution that gives IT teams a single dashboard for all devices, regardless of their operating system. Kolide gives you real-time access to your fleet's data and can do things that traditional MDMs can't. And instead of installing intrusive agents or locking down devices, Kolide takes a user-focused approach that communicates security recommendations to your employees directly on Slack. You can answer every question you have about your fleet without intruding on your workforce. Visit kolide.com/MacVoices to find out how. If you follow that link, they'll hook you up with a goodie bag just for activating a free trial. That's Kolide, KOLIDE.com/MacVoices. Kolide.com/MacVoices. Thanks to Kolide for supporting this week's Mac Voices.
I was going to throw my Mac Studio on the list because I had to top the recommendation from OWC, but instead I'm going to go with something that's good for you and for your health, especially as lots of people will be looking for recommendations to do better with that in the new year, and that is the Hydrate Spark water bottle. So there are a couple of different models of this. There's also a tumbler version, and these do hot and cold still drinks. The tumbler version will also do sparkling drinks like sodas and so on. But these are available in different sizes. There's certain ones available from the Apple Store, but this bit at the bottom is really smart. So there's actually a puck in here, which I can pop out and show you. And every time you drink from this and then you put it back down, it will weigh the amount of water left inside of it. And then it happens to just log it to your iPhone straight into HealthKit to help you track how much water you've actually been drinking. Because one of the biggest problems that people have when it comes to tracking how much water they've drunk or anything they've drunk during the day is the fact that you just forget to do it, right? And so this does that. But this down here is also a light. So whenever you drink or refill the bottle, or you haven't drunk in a while, so maybe you should have a drink, it will light up. And you can choose what color it will light up in. I've, of course, chosen rainbow as my preferred option because I really love a little rainbow lighting up on my desk, but it's very unobtrusive in the way that it does that. And with the integration with HealthKit, if you do already have a water tracking app that you like to use, well, it just syncs all over. It's great. I really like it. I would recommend for folks who are curious, this one's the stainless steel one. The stainless steel one without the paint coat on it, so it's just plain stainless, is the one that goes in the dishwasher. You take the puck out before it goes in the dishwasher. The other ones are not dishwasher safe, so keep that in mind. But you can buy old replacement parts from their website as well. If you want like 3 different lids, you can have 3 different lids. If you want 3 of the same lid, you could buy extra lids. Like it's great that they have replacement parts too, and there's a really good Black Friday sale on it, which may still be on when folks actually get to watch or hear this episode.
I love that, and I love the fact that it's dishwasher safe, because I've got plenty of water bottles, but so many of them say they're not dishwasher safe. And so, I hesitate to use them, or I had to buy a special, one of the special long handled things to get down in and scrub it out to make sure it's clean. So the fact that I could just throw it in the dishwasher is perfect.
Yeah. No, I really like this, and it's been really reliable logging to HealthKit too, which is great. So, I pretty much just have to log other things that I drink that aren't water now, and I've been drinking a lot more since I got it, which is obviously a good thing for me and my physical health.
Great. Okay, so we have a healthy pick. David, are you doing a healthy pick, or are you going to do something?
I don't know if it's healthy. It might be a little healthy, but it has to do with keeping your ears healthy. I'm surprised somebody actually hasn't recommended it. I'm not recommending the Apple AirPods Pro 2nd generation. These are absolutely awesome. I mean, I had the 1st generation of AirPods Pro. I'm not going to flip this because it'll cut me out. I won't be able to hear you, but because I am wearing them, of course. But they've done some tremendous improvements compared to the 1st generation of the AirPods Pro, and one of the best tests I was waiting to do is when I had finally traveled for the first time in a little while since having them about a little less than 2 weeks ago. And I have to tell you that the noise canceling is phenomenal on the airplane. I mean, I brought my old, trusty Bose QC35s just because those always work. That's what everybody has on a plane. But I use these the whole time, and the sound just absolutely was blocked out. I could not hear any of the airplane noise, and absolutely great. The fidelity on these are awesome. They've added, the things where you can actually get a lanyard to this now, and it's got the wireless charging. So, all the same stuff that everybody's used to with AirPods. But I think it's well worth the upgrade after using them for this now, because not everybody wants to upgrade, especially if they have the 1st gen. They may not want to, but I do definitely notice a difference in the sound quality between the two. So, AirPods Pro, the 2nd generation, I recommend them.
Very nice. Very nice. Glad we have an Apple pick in here.
Yeah.
Good job. Peter, you took care of our hands. What else are you going to take care of?
Trees.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Chainsaw.
That's right.
Wait, we get power tools? Hang on a minute. I need to go
Absolutely.
get my shit.
No, definitely power tools. This is the Ego Power Plus 16-inch chainsaw. I picked it up actually earlier this fall because I had a tree in the backyard that needed to be cut apart, and I wanted to do it myself. But chainsaws stink, literally stink. They're gas-powered chainsaws smell horrible. 2-stroke engine oil you need to use. Mix that with gas. You need to do the whole oil gas mix. Then you've got this, burbling, burning thing that's no good for the environment, just really awful. So I picked up the Ego. Now, this is, as the name implies and as the logo implies, electric. It uses a 56-volt battery pack, lithium-ion batteries. It comes with a big recharging base that actually spins up a fan when you plug it into charge. It's all very masculine. It's sort of Xbox looking as it does it too. It glows. It pulses sort of an unhealthy green color that I really dig. But they say that it's equivalent to a 40cc gas-powered chainsaw. It can take down something that's as big as 16 inches. I wouldn't recommend this, you're using this thing to cut down any large trees or anything like that. But if you've got tree limbs or smaller trees that you need to cut up, or any other kind of wood that you need to cut up, it's super handy. I can tell you from personal experience that there's very little kick to it. It's very easy to operate. It's extremely user-friendly too. Just like a regular chainsaw, it takes a lubricating oil that you have to put in. to avoid things from seizing up and melting. But the blade is removable. It's easily tensionable without any tools. There are dials on the side that let you lock everything down and loosen it up. So, let's say that you cut into a wood knot and you end up causing the chain to skip. You don't have to break out a ratchet or a wrench to take it apart. There's just a key basically on the side that you flip out, unlock, and then you can reset the whole thing. Super easy to clean. You get I think that they say that you get 100 up to 130 cuts per charge. I think that's wildly optimistic. If you're making very small cuts, then maybe. Admittedly, some of the stuff that I was cutting was on the bigger end of what they say that it can do. But, I probably saw maybe 75 to 100 cuts per charge. So it's super easy to use, very nice and lightweight. And it doesn't stink up your place. You don't have to worry about gas turning bad or any of the other stuff that normally comes with a gas-powered cutting tool. And quite frankly, I feel a little bit like Ash in The Evil Dead now. I want to chop off one of my hands and plug in this thing instead. It's very cyberpunk too. I have to say this as somebody who's a big cyberpunk fan. When he was a teen, that having an electric chainsaw is definitely more cyberpunk than having like a gas-powered one.
Peter, I love it because it sounds like one of those devices that has benefited from somebody taking a look at it and maybe not completely re-engineering it, but just solving a lot of the problems that come with the traditional chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly. It's a smart design. It got good review. It's gotten good reviews too. So I've been very happy with it. I can't speak to their other products, but one of the things that attracted me to it is that you can. And by the way, you can buy these at Lowe's. You can get them on Amazon. They're available pretty broadly. But the battery packs work with their other devices too. So if I bought their leaf blower, for example, or their hedge trimmer, I could use the same battery pack. So it's not like I have to buy a special battery pack for each different device and keep track of the charger and stuff like that. Their 56-volt battery pack works across a broad variety of devices.
Great pick. Great pick. I didn't see that one coming, but I like it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, and you won't see it coming in the dark.
Well, I mean, if it glows like an Xbox, then maybe you will.
Yeah,
you go, a little bit.
Yeah, you should get some fluorescent paint for the I guess for the blade, Peter. That then people would be really terrified.
Well, the haunted house trick that we always used to do is to pull the chain off the chainsaw but leave the blade on. So you get the rub, 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 but the whole noise thing. But nothing is actually spinning on the blade. I hate to say it, but the impact is kind of taken away when it's just like, it's a very quick brushless motor noise. It doesn't have the same sort of terrifying impact that Texas Chainsaw Massacre does.
Okay. Merry
could
Christmas
be a win,
to
could
you
be a
too.
loss. Stick some glow sticks on there. It'll all be good.
There we go.
So I'm going to pick one that is fairly timely. Affinity just came out with upgrades to all of their apps. There's a publishing app that there's a vector app, Affinity Designer. There's Affinity Photo, which is a Photoshop alternative, let's say. And right now you can get the upgraded versions for the Mac and for the iOS and iPadOS, or I should say iPadOS. These are just great alternatives to paying for the Creative Suite. These are a one-time purchase, and you get to own them all. You can buy the individual ones, of course, if you have only a certain need, if you only want the photos or the publisher or the Illustrator alternative. But if you buy the entire package and in their upgrade price, you can get it for $99. That gives you all of those, plus all of the iPad and both the Mac and the iPad apps. So it's an incredible value to put all these professional level tools on your Mac and on your iPad. And I mean, this was a no-brainer. As soon as I saw that it was out for that price, it was like automatic, because I haven't used Illustrator in literally years. Same thing with Photoshop. These are my go-to graphics programs, and the publishing one is interestingly. I feel like I'm not doing as much design for paper anymore as I used to. But there's no reason you can't export it to PDF if you want something that's a bit more sophisticated than even Pages. It's just absolutely phenomenal apps. And the iPad versions are only getting better as well. Because I find myself now starting to play around with things on the iPad that I would never have tried before. So go check out all of the Affinity apps. But if you think you're even interested in a couple, the bundle is definitely the way to go this holiday.
Yeah.
Any Affinity fans? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It helped get me my current job, actually, because I did my CV design in Affinity Publisher with the help of a friend who's very good at this sort of thing. And it worked out great. It looks very professional, and it got me a job. So call that a win.
There you go. There you go. So that is 2 rounds. Rosemary, David, and Peter are back in the next edition of Mac Voices to wrap up MacVoices Holiday Gift Guide number 5. And if you thought things were interesting this time around, wait till you see the next one. That's next time on Mac Voices. I hope to see you then. As always, I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.